today, when somebody's highly skilled in Greek, like Jeff Syker and me, we're considered highly skilled in Greek. That means we can kind of slosh our way through a Greek text if we have a good dictionary sitting next to us. These guys, including King James, could speak Greek and did speak Greek to each other when they felt like it. And they could read Hebrew like the newspaper. So, I mean, these were serious scholars who, their excuse is they didn't have TV. There was no ESPN. What did they do? They sit around and study Greek. This is what they did.
Most Christians today have no idea who the King James translators were. Not only were these men able to converse with each other in Greek or Latin or other languages, they were extraordinary preachers and devout students of Scripture. We live in a world of technological marvel. So naturally we assume that we're more advanced today than they were back then. Well, maybe we have fancy computers and phones and now we have artificial intelligence at our disposal. But this exponential advancement in technology and math, physics, and science does not carry over into the realm of Bible translation. In reality, we've gone backwards, on a severe decline from where we once were. John Boyce, one of the King James translators, read the entire Hebrew Bible at age 5 and wrote elegantly in Hebrew at age 6. And he wasn't even assigned to an Old Testament committee, which means they had roughly 25 translators who were even more qualified in Hebrew than this guy. Back in these times, the entire kingdom was centered around God and the Bible. From an early age, they were exposed to the dangers of public execution for being a heretic. In their free time as teenagers, they would study the most sophisticated Greek and Latin literature just for the sake of it. Today's experts in Greek grew up watching sitcoms on television, receiving a general education up until 18 years of age, and then they finally go off to Bible college, where they learn how to mechanically go back and forth with a Greek lexicon so that they can slosh their way through a Greek text. It's a world apart from the end of the 16th century. But I'm sure you're still thinking, surely we are more advanced today with all the resources at our disposal. According to Greek professor Daniel Street, who has a PhD in New Testament, in a traditional grammar translation classroom, 99 to 100% of the time is spent speaking English, rather than the target language, Greek. And he also says this applies to most biblical Hebrew courses too. When this professor gave the following test to a group of Greek professors and doctoral level students who had probably taken on average 4 to 7 years of Greek by now, and some of whom had been teaching Greek for 20 to 30 years by now, he wanted them to simply write the Greek word next to the English. What's the Greek word for yes? What's the Greek word for chair or seat? What's the Greek word for ball, cat, monkey, etc.? How well do you think they did? The average grade was 0.4 out of 10 correct. The professor goes on to say that most of the test takers could not answer any of the questions correctly, although they tried. The highest grade was 2 out of 10. Was this just a fluke? It doesn't seem like it. He says, this audience included many scholars who had written best-selling Greek textbooks and grammars. And the professor follows up with a pretty interesting point. What would you think of a German professor who couldn't count to 10 in his language? A Spanish professor who didn't know rojo or el gato? Not only could the King James translators fluently speak to each other in Greek, they held public debates in Greek. As atheist scholar Bart Ehrman said, these men were serious scholars.